is Claire. I am doing a tree sit to block the largest coal port in the world. I'm here to protest to stop that. First responders have already arrived. Actually, they might be going past. I don't think they've quite seen me. I'll show you a little bit what I'm doing. We've got the coal track down there, my line holding me down to the track. I've got my banner down here, and I'm sitting in a really beautiful tree. Yeah, I'm up here today because I'm so in love with this land and country and all the beautiful places I'm able to experience while here, and it's, yeah, really upsetting, distressful to see the destruction, endless destruction of our forests. Yeah, just the other day I tried to go to a beautiful forest with cool Google review about how lush it was, only to get there and find another graveyard. Yeah, pretty heartbroken about it, heartbroken about the constant destruction and exploitation of both land and people within Australia. As Blockade Australia, we are calling out the institute that is Australia, not the people, not the land, but the systematic functioning that is destroying and exploiting the lives of these people. Feel pretty good being up here. It's really exciting, it's really beautiful. Sun has come out, lots of birds. Probably mostly nervous about being on this live stream. Definitely first time. Yeah, I think it's important to talk about how, although this is risky, being up a tree, being attached to the coal train lines, can be a bit scary, but definitely necessary. I also have had the most amazing support with Blockade Australia, really empowering group of people. So if you're keen to get involved and you want to be empowered in any way possible, we need help. People power works throughout history, huge, amazing, great changes all through people power. Yeah, a lot of the reasons why I can vote, the reasons why I get paid decent well with my job, is all because of people power. So if you're thinking it's all too small, it's all too much, it's overwhelming, you just need to find your people, find your place and get involved. Pretty easy with Blockade Australia. They make it really simple, make it really inviting and amazing, a great place to be. I'm super stoked about all of it. Yeah, so if you want to get involved, we've got Sydney next year. We're calling out to everyone to get involved. Yeah, you don't have to do a tree sit. There's many ways to be involved. It comes down to even just community care, being a support for the people around you. So yeah, that's happening next year, mid next year. You can check it out, the link's been posted. You're going to see the setup. So I've got, sorry, I've got to remember not to rotate my phone. This is my chair, hanging on, pretty comfy. Here's my banner down here. It says, "Australia isn't listening." Thanks to a friend for making that one up. Beautiful tree, and then this is my line holding me on down to the track down there. We just had a couple trains go through on the setup, but pretty hopeful that they're stopped now. Pretty surprised that car's gone past and they didn't notice me or didn't see me. I wonder if they were for me or if they were just checking, in which case pretty lucky to get up in time. Yeah, thanks again. Just to give you an update, I'm doing a tree sit, stopping the trains at the world's largest coal port. This is on Worimi, Awabakal Country. So grateful to be here, to experience this land. I'm sure if it weren't for settlement, there'd be a lot more trees going on, a lot more biodiversity, maybe just a bit healthier, both land and people. So yeah, I guess we're just trying to end that destruction, end that cycle. Don't want to take part in the Institute of Australia anymore. Sick of this systematic problem that's just going to the end of our resources, the end of our land, the end of our ecosystems, the end of species. I guess it's so easy to forget when you're in the city, you know, Melbourne, where I'm from, Wurundjeri, we're drinking third world's most cleanest water that comes from the beautiful forests that we have locally. And even though that's where we get our water supply from, we're destroying it. We're destroying all our forests. We've got about 6% left since settlement, so not much going on. Really devastating. If you've ever been into a logging coop, it's basically a graveyard. First responders are back. Maybe you can see, they went too far. Bit silly. Yeah, again, I just want to reiterate how amazing it is to be up here, and how great it's been to be so supported by Blockade Australia. If you want to take part in direct action, or if you just want to support the people around you, please get involved. Sydney's happening June 27th. They're backing away. I'm a bit confused if they're for me, if they're just like doing some other job. Yeah, so tree sit, world's largest coal port, pretty sick of the destruction and exploitation of this land and its people. Pretty excited to be here. Yeah, I guess something to consider is, like, although something like this can be a bit dangerous or risky, or definitely haven't felt like that at all, but I can see how it can feel like that. And yeah, it's really necessary, especially in the lives where we're living kind of like quite sheltered, away from all the violence, you know. We're all participants of violence in every way that we, like, you know, all our food produce, everything that we're attached to, all our convenience items, like this phone, everything is like connected to some sort of violence, but we're so sheltered from it. We think that we're not violent people because we're living our day-to-day life, but everything we're consuming is attached to that violence that we don't see. I think that's a really interesting thing to remember. And so if you're not present with it, how are you gonna change it? So this is me getting a bit more present with the destruction and violence that my life is connected to, and trying to put a halt on that and become a bit more aware about where I stand within this ecosystem and in this land. I'll give another update for anybody else joining in. This is my banner down here. A little bit tricky to see on this angle, but I've got Australia Isn't Listening. I mean, we've been fighting, I don't know how many amazing people that I've spoken to who've been activists for decades, and they've been fighting the same issues, and it's not taking hold. People in power know what's going on. They're there for a reason. The exploitation isn't going to stop. You know, the system is not built for us. The system's not built especially for young people to have a say. Yeah, so direct action is the way to do it. I'm sitting on a little swing chair. I am connected to this rope, which is tensioned off all the way down there, pretty far along. I'm not going to take on gas meters because I'm rubbish at it. And I'm attached to the coal track. So the trains have stopped. It's been absolutely amazing seeing all the people stopping the work this week. We've had, I'm not sure if I'm 12 or 13, we're going to have to check. There's been a lot going on. It's hard to keep up to date with all the amazing cool people that have been doing this work. Yeah, we've had tree sits and tripods. We've had people just jumping on the coal trains, kicking off the coal. You should definitely get onto those videos because they're great. Some really awesome, sick quotes that have been super inspiring. And yeah, it's amazing to find so many people who are keen to do this work. And we're looking for more because, as I was saying earlier, people power. It works. Our history is full of it, and we need more of it. I am very lucky that one of the beautiful supports that I have before going up today has written me a haiku. I haven't read it yet, so I'm going to check it out. I'm just holding on for a bit of if you're just checking in, I am up a tree attached to the world's largest coal fort. I've been giving a beautiful letter which I believe has a haiku in it, so I'm just trying not to drop the phone or the haiku while I get it out. Also, welcome to send me your own haikus through the chat. Alright. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Wow, we've got a couple. Sorry about the shakiness. We have what we protect now: seed, shoot, bark, branch, root will sprout into a new world. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Wow. I hope I don't get teary up here. Alright, stop for a second. What are you holding right now? We hold Earth as one. Wheels turn or don't turn. We make the time we live in. Why not stand right now? Fuck yeah. Rails roll where we want. What wagon do you choose now? The future is here. Wow. Oh, we've got more. Wow, so spoiled. Alright. Huge amount of poetry. I'll just do a quick update before I get into the rest of our poetry. I am up in a tree. This is my beautiful banner. Not sure if you can see much of it white, but it says Australia isn't listening. I'm attached to this comfy little plank of wood, which then goes onto this line all the way down to the train tracks. This train is where the coal goes through. It is the world's largest coal port. I mean, it's barely worth saying these days that we need to get off fossil fuels. We need to get away from these destructive practices. Basically, there's no argument for it. I don't want to hear any economic arguments because the statistics are there, the research is done, it's over. And yeah, I think it's pretty well known. We got so much international pressure, and I guess we just need to put more pressure, more people power. I'm gonna get back to the haikus because they make me feel happy, a bit more comfortable. All right, we have skies of blue, fields green. With money they've all made. Now what about us? June 22nd. July 2nd. Come and stand in Sydney with us. Wow, that's pretty sick. So that is, I might repeat that one. That's going to be a bit of a haiku as a call to action for Blockade Australia coming up next year. We're inviting everyone to join. I was talking a bit earlier about how safe I feel and how supported and grateful to have found an amazing crew who are so empowering to be able to have the opportunity to do this. I know so many people who, I feel like we kind of all have this knowing once we step out into nature, into a forest, or we go to the beach and we have those sublime experience, that connection with oneness, that what's going on in our day-to-day life and the violence we're perpetuating through just our regular actions, our regular purchases, there's all of that violence in the background that we're not seeing. And I think, I think a lot of us, a lot of people I know want to have an opportunity to step out. Obviously our voting not quite getting us the results we want, And yeah, Blockade Australia is here to make you feel comfortable to stand up. Stand up for what you know is true. Get involved any way, which form you like. We need people cooking, we need people to just be happy smiley faces. If you want to paint, if you want to climb, yeah, we just need you to get involved so we can get a bit more momentum and keep this rolling, because it's been a huge week of really inspiring actions, and yeah, we don't want to stop until change is made. So one more time, our little promotion haiku for next year: June 27, July 2nd, come and stand in Sydney with us. Alright, I'm going to hold on to this last poem just for a little bit longer. It's a bit long and it seems really beautiful, and I'm going to make sure I'm a little bit more composed to get through it. If you're just joining, I am doing a tree sit, a really beautiful tree, really beautiful sky. I've got a banner hanging down that says Australia isn't listening. I am connected to this line, which is tensioned off all the way down at the coal track. So I'm preventing these coal trains from getting into their port. Yeah, which is really important to hit these, like, I mean, this is the world's largest coal port, so it's pretty important, and yeah, massive to get in the way of things like this. Just gonna have a little read comments. Thanks for watching. Very scary and very terrifying to know that people are watching, but super grateful. I'm here with Blockade Australia. I'm protesting because I love this land and I love this country. I've explored a fair bit of it. I've called many parks and forests my home from time to time, and I'm so grateful for those experiences. And yeah, I've been seeing the loss of trees, the loss of biodiversity and ecosystems, and yeah, I guess this is me taking part because I don't want to see that anymore. I'm done with the exploitation of both lands and people. I feel empowered by the amazing people around me to be able to do this and take part. So blockading the world's largest coal port to protect this land and country from the institution that is Australia. We're not calling out the people of Australia or the land. I mean, we're a part of this system. It's the system that's the issue. It doesn't have any brakes on it. It's going pretty hardcore to destroy our land and the people. There's endless profits for certain people, and the rest of us are kind of stuck in that bit of a loop trying to hustle. And when we're doing that, we get distracted, we get caught up, and we don't see the bigger picture that is, the destruction, again, I keep using the same word, of our land and country, and we're losing so much connection to what makes me feel human and a part of this world. Gonna start again. I am holding up a banner that says Australia isn't listening. It's pretty big, so I'm not gonna give you too much of a view. This here is my line attached down to the coal track, where I am stopping coal from entering the world's largest coal port. I am attached down here onto a little seat, so I'm a bit more comfy. But yeah, to be honest, pretty comfy just in this tree. I have a van behind me pulling up. They've already gone down once and then back behind, but I think maybe he's finally seen me. It's about time. So I'm going to get onto this poem. It's been thoughtfully written down by one of the beautiful people supporting me here today. So big thank you to you. This is where it passes us. The train, the chance, the moment. We could have done something different. We could have spoken more firmly. We would have decided to matter. This is where it passes us, by the kitchen sink in our bedroom, under the eucalypt shade, graining thin. This is where it passes us, land fuming and blind like we are, and blinking profusely and silent like every great crime. This is where it passes us, unless tired and loving, holding close all that we treasure, smiling despite we decided that we are not things you can pass by. Trying not to get emotional, because that was beautiful, and I'd be really honoured to be able to read that and share that with you guys. Thank you so much for writing that. I hope I did an okay job of reading it for you. Yeah, car's still down there. Not much going on. It's a beautiful day. I'm very lucky to have one of these sunny days today. Yeah, we'll give you a little bit of view of the grounds. Back up our beautiful tree. Yeah, if you're thinking about taking a part in something like this, there's multiple ways to get involved. I am so stoked to be up in a tree to do this, and so grateful for all the crew for getting me up here, for all the learning. I want people to know how achievable it is to be a part of something like this. I know it can be overwhelming to step into a space like this, not know where your part is or how you should be involved. And yeah, I want you to know that becoming a part of Blockade Australia has been an amazing, empowering experience. There's so many opportunities to get involved in many different ways. Yeah, so don't feel like you have to climb a tree, but also if you want to learn, you can, and I did, and I'm, yeah, so grateful. Yeah, feels great to be blocking this huge coal train. I don't know how many people have had the experience to see a coal mine. For me, it's quite emotional. I think that getting too hippy-dippy, that we all have a bit of a knowing within inside us. And when you see things like that, like a coal mine, the extraction, the intensity, when you see a decimated forest, a forest just cleared out, debris left behind, it's devastating and it hurts, and you know that it's wrong, and yet we participate in so many ways. I mean, things like sorry, someone's just checking me out. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of ways that we're participating within the violence and destruction of our land, and the exploitation of people around the world. We're quite often pretty blind to it. I think coming out of the reports we've seen, there's, I feel like, great hope and empowerment in that every little thing that we do actually contributes. So, it's sick that you're not using plastic bags, it's sick that you're recycling, it's awesome to do all these things and to ride your bike, but yeah, all those things really count and we need to keep it up. But there's a balance between individual actions and the bigger picture. Yeah, if we don't stand together, we can't take down that bigger picture of exploitation, of systematic destruction of our land. Yeah, so we need to all take charge individually, but we all also need to come together. If we don't come together, I feel like it's obviously a real struggle, which it has been. But I really have faith. I don't want to give up. I've seen so many examples of people power throughout history where things change and things can happen when we come together. I'll give you a little update. I am here with Blockade Australia. I am up in a tree sit. I am connected. These are some of the little ropey things down to a chair, just kind of like a plank of wood. sorry, that's mostly my hair. This is my line that goes all the way down to the coal track. It has been tensioned off, so if a train were to come and hinder my line, I think I'd be in for a bit of a fall, which wouldn't be too nice. But from what I've heard, trains have stopped. Coal is not entering the largest coal port in the world. Yeah, it feels amazing. Feels amazing to be a part of something, to be able to put a halt on millions of dollars of exploitative cash money. Someone's having a chat about me being up here. Nothing too crazy going on. Thanks for watching. Very overwhelming to be doing a live stream. Pretty excited to be up a tree, absolutely. I think people kept asking me if I was nervous about getting up here and doing this, but I think fairly certain that being on the live stream is a lot more scary. Yeah, I guess a lot of the reason why I'm up here is because I have so much love for the land, but I also have a lot of love for the people as well. I don't blame the way that we are for the destruction and the violence that we take part in. Kind of, I guess, a bit ignorant. I feel like there's a choice to be ignorant, but I also have a lot of empathy for people who haven't found a space to take action, or haven't found really or haven't felt empowered, or who are too kind of stuck up with, you know, the hustle of getting food on the table. I get it. But yeah, being here is important. I also would really love to express how I've been so grateful and feel really empowered by the crew to be able to do this and be up here. And I just want to let people know that it's like really accessible. It's not something that you have to be like an expert in any way. You're going to be shown the ropes, you're going to be taught. So if you're keen to join in June next year, we'd love to have you. June 27th, we'll be in Sydney. There's so many ways to be involved. You don't have to climb a tree, you don't have to have crazy expert knowledge. We need people just to join us around the camp and hang out. And it's not like, I definitely know people have reservations about joining things like this. I honestly think because they're scared to get committed or they're scared to really know the truth as well. That happens quite a lot in my experience of talking to people about environmental issues, is, you know, people are actually afraid to face the truth of what's happening. And it's scary, but when there's spaces like this, like Blockade Australia, it's really empowering to know that there is hope and that we do have a chance. If you're feeling a bit overwhelmed about joining something like this, I just want to confirm it's pretty safe. It's really amazing and supportive. It's really empowering. It just adds more hope to the situation, because we can all get a little bit like bucketed down by how scary the reports are and how scary our future might be. So if you even have a little bit of that, want to bring the hope back, get involved. If you have connection to land and the people here, you need to get involved. It's without a doubt, it's just common knowledge now. We know that there's corruption within the Australian system. We know that there's destruction. We know that there's exploitation. And we're all just bystanders for it most of the time. I guess it's a part of the system, is a bit of that repression. Part of the system is to make sure that we're all hustling to get rent, to get food, to take care of one another for healthcare. I think common knowledge that the system's not taking care of us, it's not taking care of our land. We're losing ecosystems, we're losing animals. extinction is heading our way as well. So yeah, keen for more people to get involved, keen to see more faces, keen to have more chats about this when I'm not terrified on live stream and can't think of anything. I'll give a little update. I'm up a tree. I'm chilling on this chair, kind of mostly standing a little bit on the tree as well, which is nice, gives me a little bit more comfort. I am connected to this line, which is all the way down to the coal track, blockading the world's largest coal port on Worimi Country. So grateful to be here, to be supported by some absolute legends. I'm so grateful to be in this lineup of absolute legends who've done direct action this week. It's been absolutely huge, so inspiring. I have missed a lot of it because it's been so chaotic, and I can't wait to just sit down and watch every live stream and see all the amazing people taking part, taking action. We had our first tripod on Monday. We've had people jumping on the tracks, putting the coal back in the earth. We've had multiple tripods over the tracks. Yeah, some really great and impressive work. What else have we had? Oh, we've had a pylon climb that was unbelievably huge, just massive. We've had some people hanging off, suspended off the bridge, some pretty cool, yeah, some really amazing actions. If you haven't checked them out already, there's heaps of photos around. Get on the Instagram as well, get sharing, please help support. An update on people, doesn't seem too concerned. That guy's kind of driven past. I am attached to this line all the way down to the coal track. It is supporting me in my little chair. I am going to have to rearrange myself, so things might go a bit funny. I'm sorry about that. Just rearranging my seat a little bit. This is my little wooden panel. My rope attached down to the guideline on the coal track. Blockading the world's largest coal port. Very grateful to be here with Blockade Australia. If you want to get involved, we will be doing a whole bunch more. Sydney, June 27th. Targeting I guess a huge political and economic power within our country. I think it's important to concentrate our efforts. People power is huge for us, huge throughout history. It's the only way we've seen change. It's why I get paid pretty well. It's why I can vote. Yeah, I'm really stoked to have those privileges, but also I understand that they're a part of an institute that is built on destruction and exploitation of land. So that's why I'm here. That's why I want to blockade this coal port, where I want to take a stand against Australia that is an institution and a system that is not benefiting the majority of our people. I'm just going to have a read through of our comments. What made me decide to take action today? I spoke a little bit about this before. I'm here because I love this land and I love this country. I've been really grateful to explore a lot of the East Coast. Love the beach, love the forest. I definitely have a strong connection to the land when I'm there and to nature. I decided to take action because, yeah, it's like intellectually, obviously these actions, this mining of coal, the deforestation all across this land, the clear felling, yeah, intellectually obviously terrible. Not only is it terrible like for the ecosystems, it's terrible for economically. It makes no sense to destroy where we get our clean water from and then build millions of dollars worth of like desalination plants. It's just ridiculous. Experts know it, the reviews get put through all the time, and yet we still have these horrible decisions made. The system isn't working. Yeah, so there's like reasons as to why we shouldn't continue the destruction and exploitation of this land. But I guess on a bit of a deeper level, the reason why I'm here is because yeah, I know that it's wrong. It feels wrong. You don't have to give me these statistics. I can see it in people that I talk to quite often, that they know it's wrong. They just don't really know how to take a stand against it. They're obviously caught up with, we all have our own crazy stuff going on. Everyone's worried about food and rent. Everyone's, well, you know, there's health issues. There's all these systems that are really repressing us from connecting back to earth and land, being a part of the ecosystems. And yeah, big distraction from what's actually going on. I knew, yeah, I guess I was kind of waiting for the opportunity to take part. I've definitely been a part of things in the past, which has been really amazing. And yeah, I guess it can be kind of hard sometimes to find a place, like to end up in a place like this. For me, I felt a little bit unsure about how to step in this space. It was like I knew that things were going on, I knew I wanted to help, but I didn't know how. So if you're feeling like that at all, I want you to know that this is how. Sydney is how you get involved. Blockade Australia is how you can get involved. Super supportive, really empowering group of people. So much knowledge, it's unbelievable. It's all up to you in what part you want to take part in. We need people in any shape and form, whether that's just support at camp, if you want to help clean up, if you want to cook, you got site, you need help in so many different ways. And of course, direct action is huge. I believe I've stopped the trains entering the world's largest coal port. Throughout this whole week, there's been, yeah, I think, I'm not sure on the total, it's been getting a bit out of control for me to keep up, but there's like been at least 11 direct actions that have taken place. Hours and hours of stopping coal from entering this coal port, stopping it from moving. It's, yeah, really taking a stand against what's going on. I think we need to make it known that we're not for it, that we don't like it. And yeah, by taking direct action, we get just checking out some comments. Some pretty funny comments, actually. Well, thanks for all the amazing support. Sick. I'll just give a little update. I'm up this beautiful tree. I am doing a tree sit today to blockade the world's largest coal port. I am attached to this line which runs down to the tracks, which means that the trains have stopped. There's someone that says that, like, in the comments maybe, that I'm not making a difference. I don't think you know how many trains run through here, and that even 10 minutes puts them behind a lot. So yeah, I feel like I'm making a difference. Yeah, pretty stoked to be making a difference. It's really cool to be up here. It's really cool to learn how to do these skills. I did not have the skills to climb this until recently. So if it's something you're interested in, get involved. Sydney. Yeah. This action is number 13. Wow. Amazing. So amazing. Unbelievable. We have someone that just keeps commenting the same stuff. Some people with repeat comments, and you think you need to chill out. We get your point of view. Maybe have a think about why you're so into it, why you want to keep it coming. Yeah, I guess I really don't understand. I quite often read up for work as well. I need to stay on top of environmental issues. Quite a lot of that is reading about yeah, what I find really interesting when I first started some kind of work with direct action, I got a bit of backlash from some people who are really but the economics of things, the economics of our coal ports and things like that. But it's just not the case anymore. We can support ourselves off renewables. Maybe we stopped putting subsidies and tax write-offs for coal, maybe we could put the energy into figuring out a bit more about the renewables and things like that. There's also already so much going on that economically it makes no sense. Yeah, pretty much reading articles very regularly about how it needs to change. How there's already been the research, there's so many documents that are hey, this is the path forward, these are really amazing options, there's things we can do. Yeah, people have done the work, there's amazing people out there with hectic knowledge about how we can get through this. But yeah, Australia, the institution, is not taking that on. Pretty common knowledge these days that we're stuck in corruption, exploitation and destruction of this land. I think that's pretty telling when everybody knows, and it's common knowledge, that there's corruption within our government. Yeah, I'm tired myself of being blind to the violence that I take part in on a day-to-day basis. We go through so much comfort within our day-to-day, but that comfort and convenience has a dark side to it, and that dark side, it doesn't hit us, it hits First Nations people first, it hits vulnerable people first. Yeah, and that's why I'm here, taking a stand. Show us a bigger picture. Yeah, sorry guys, this is a big beautiful tree. I'm on a pretty long line of tree lines along the side of the tracks. I'm connected by this rope here, which comes down to the coal tracks. I hope you can see it. Oh, I've got a friend taking a photo of me. Cool. Yeah, so these are the tracks that run along. Coal trains go through here, connected up to this line, down onto my little comfy seat. My banner's chilling down here. A little bit hard to see with such a camera. Yeah, pretty beautiful morning for it. Very lucky, we've had a fair bit of rain. So yeah, pretty stoked to be up here and dry. Someone's saying that we would need to stop every train for 2 weeks to make a difference, but I don't know if you saw the amazing Daily Telegraph spread on us, but they were saying, $1 million a train. And we've stopped a fair few trains, so I think we're doing pretty good. I think 13 actions now, we're killing it, we are taking a stand. Super inspired by all the amazing people who've been up here. I can't wait to check out more of the footage of what they've done. Yeah, there's just been so much happening, I can't even keep up. What's my toilet setup? I don't have one. I'm feeling pretty alright about the time frame of being up here. It's not like, I don't think it's like an all day, all night thing. Pro tip, gastro stop, got some of that in my pocket, ready to go if that makes if I'm getting uncomfortable. I also I've been bloody talking for so long, so I haven't had a chance to drink anything or even think about needing to use the loo. Yeah, definitely a good question though when you're sorting this out. Where's your camp at? Well, I don't know if you call it a camp, and I don't know if I tell you. But if you want to get involved, you've got to contact Blockade Australia, and yeah, so many ways to get in places like this, to upskill, to learn how to climb, to multiple direct actions for your comfort level. We also just love having supportive people around. The more people, the better. Again, resistance, people power, it is what works. It has worked throughout history. So grateful for all the past fights that people have taken, the past resistance that have allowed so much of my privilege and freedom to be here. I also really want to recognize my privilege. Yeah, the privilege we all have of being on this land. Although I am opposed to the institute that is Australia, the mechanism of destruction and exploitation, I also recognize that yeah, as somebody who is taking action and protesting against crimes to land and yeah, ecological issues and the environment, that being here is quite safe. I'm like really safe. I feel like not only do I feel supported by Blockade Australia, but I'm not gonna get shot, which is horrible. Like the amount of deaths, there's hundreds of deaths that happen around the world for protesters protesting environmental issues. So people are standing up for their land and country and their ecosystems and the people. Yeah, they're standing up for what they believe in with like their lives heavily at risk. Not only would they be at risk of something like this, of like rigging in a coal train, but they're really at risk of extreme violence from the first responders. So yeah, I feel like being here, we have a privilege, a huge privilege to be able to take a stand and yeah, not have that huge risk of being murdered. Yeah, it's a really scary thought. Solidarity to all the amazing protesters around the world who are fighting to protect their lands. Yeah. I'm just going to show you a little bit of this. Beautiful sky while I rearrange something. Just getting back comfy in my seat, I'm sorry. If you're just tuning in, my name is Claire. I am very stoked to be here. I'm doing a tree sit on the world's largest coal port. I'm attached to this line which runs down all the way to the tracks, which means I'm halting these coal trains from getting in and out, which from what we've heard, Daily Telegraph reports, we've had different reports, but you know, millions of dollars yeah, halted here by these actions, trying to stop this industry, which we all know is destructive, all know shouldn't be continuing, all know is continuing for the corruption, for the benefit of the few. Yeah, really grateful to be here. I'm just gonna run through some comments. Stay hydrated, thank you. I will get some water out soon. Oh, thank you so much. Some of these comments are really beautiful, and I'm so grateful to be here. I've been talking a little bit about how grateful I am for Blockade Australia. I've been feeling so safe, so supported, and really empowered to take action. If you are a little bit hesitant about your place or how you can take part, Blockade Australia is a really amazing space to do that. There's so many roles that need filling and that are available, whatever you have to bring. Yeah, we're open to it. We have Sydney, June 27th, Blockade, coming up pretty soon. I mean, yeah, next year, if you want to get involved, we need your help. So please jump on board, please feel comfortable to message. We'll have info nights. Yeah, whatever scale you want to be a part of for whatever time frame. I understand that people get like a bit scared about the kind of all in, all out idea of actions and being a protester for these kind of issues. And yeah, I just wanted to let you know that it's accessible. You know, you don't have to change your whole life. It feels amazing as well. It might change your life because it does feel amazing to be here. Yeah, super empowered, super grateful. How safe am I if the train doesn't stop in time? Well, I'm pretty safe, I think. I trust my crew. We have a few different, can't really reveal too much of the secrets, but we got some things going on. I think I'd get some messages. Yeah, but also pretty scary if a train comes, I think. My line is attached directly down to the track. I'd feel pretty worried if I saw a train coming. Got a couple branches to catch me, but I also know that because we have been hitting this place, that they're pretty onto it. They've been stopping the trains. Yeah, so I'm feeling pretty safe with the setup and crew, and yeah, definitely hopeful a train doesn't come through. But as I'm aware, the trains have stopped. We have stopped coal trains from going into this coal port, and it's just a bit of a wait now. Wait till they come get me down. So get to hang out in the tree with you guys. %of the Great Barrier Reef has been bleached. We need to stop coal mining. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't think there's any statistics out there that could say that coal mining needs to continue. It was years ago now that I was out on the Carmichael site as well. Seeing a coal mine was pretty horrific. Yeah, just driving past those stacks of coal, the land clearing, ridiculous. The land clearing that happens just so often. I've been chatting a little bit. I'm sure there's different people jumping on now, so I will repeat myself. Yeah, chatting a little bit about like the kind of background violence in our lives that we're all taking part of. Yeah, for the sake of convenience. Obviously, I have empathy for people. I'm a part of this. We get so caught up in catching up on rent and food and life and healthcare and the repression of this system that we forget to see, or we're blind to the violence that we're taking part of each and every day for the sake of our convenience. I tend to think of myself as someone who isn't violent, but yeah, when I take a look at my actions and see down the line where it's coming from so much exploitation of both land and people, so much destruction. Yeah, and I really want to take a stand against that. That's why I'm here blockading the world's largest coal port. can't stop laughing at some of the repeat comments of particular people who really want their word to be heard. I think it's really important to listen to one another, for sure. Yeah, I guess I get pretty worried. Not only am I worried about, you know, the climate crisis, but I also get really worried about the huge divide that is really perpetuated at the moment. The you versus us kind of divide, when, yeah, people power is pretty strong. I don't want to fight other people. It would be so much nicer if we could come together and say, hey, look how beautiful this land is. Don't you want to protect it and work together? Yeah, it's pretty scary. I mean, I don't want to go into like politics and kind of stuff, but yeah, I get pretty scared of the you versus me kind of stuff. So I guess, yeah, Jeannie, that's how I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, but I am sending you heaps of love. I hope you're doing okay. I'm curious as to why you feel so compelled to say these things in these comments. Yeah, I hope you're, we're getting a bit of a breeze, the trees moving. Yeah, I hope you're okay and you feel support in your life. And I'm sending you lots of love, because I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight everyday people who are just trying to do their thing. I'm not here to stop the everyday person, as much as they might put that in the media. Of course, I'm here to make you look. I'm here to make you see and remind you that that these things need to be done, that we need to take action. I definitely want to be that reminder. But I'm not here to attack you. I am here to attack the greatest system that yeah, that keeps us in that kind of loop and keeps us bunkered down. I'm here to attack the system, the institution of Australia, the corporate. Yeah, I'm here to attack this endless loop that's, you know, we're trying so hard to fight within the system. And I see that it's important. Change your bank, change your super, do all those things, recycle, vote well, definitely vote well. Like, there's ways to change within the system that we need to do, but obviously if we are still in this system, the system was built upon the destruction of this land, the exploitation, the horrible frontier wars was the beginning, and yeah, it's hasn't ended. We're still going. People are still fighting that awful fight. So yeah, heartbreaking to be a part of that. And yeah, I know as a privileged person, I have the opportunity to be here. I can do these kind of actions without being murdered like hundreds of other people around the world. I have the privilege to do this and know that I'll be able to go home and yeah, eat and have a job. And so like, yeah, I'm ridiculously privileged and so grateful to be here. It's because I have that privilege that I feel like I need to spend some time here. That's why I need to do these actions. Yeah, I also need to do these actions because I love this land, I love these trees, I love the beautiful beaches around our coast, I love the Great Barrier Reef, and I want to protect these places. So yeah, so stoked to be here. Thank you Blockade Australia, and thank you all the amazing support I've had. Have you felt the relationship to the land change since you started this work? That's a beautiful question. I think, like, yes, definitely. Definitely because this work, but also I think it's just, no, I would say yes, definitely because of this work. It's just kind of an evolving thing. I think we quite often as kids tend to have like a really deep connection to nature, feel that oneness to land, animals and those kind of things. And then yeah, part of that, you know, what we've been chatting about with the Institute of Australia is going through that system, that education system of, you know, you got to go get a job, this is how you operate in society, and we really lose that connection. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why we have come to this point, is because we have lost our connection to land. There's a way that we're meant to be living like fluidly and balanced within this ecosystem, and it isn't working that way. So yeah, I would love to put a halt on these huge destructive industries so that we can get a bit more balance and come a bit more in tune. Pretty funny if a train comes. I mean, a little bit, sure. Oh, Jeannie, you're making me laugh. How long have I been in the tree this morning? Oh, to be honest, I didn't check the time very well. It's definitely been over an hour, I'd say. I might have to do a little time check. I'm actually going to run out of battery, so I should sort that out too. Yeah, been chatting for a bloody long time. And yeah, I've been saying how safe I've been feeling, and I just want to reiterate that